I wonder if you've ever thought about heaven. I wonder if you've ever thought about whether you're going there. Maybe you've had someone close to you die and the question has been raised. I wonder if you've given much thought about how you get in and what it's like if you do get in. Well, I thought just for a few moments it'd be good just to stop and just to think about these questions. There's lots of things, I think, in and around our media that tell us what heaven, or maybe suggest what heaven is like. I don't know if you've seen the Philadelphia adverts. Maybe there's things you read in the newspaper. Quite often, maybe when good people die, they say themselves that they're looking forward to going to heaven. Or other people say, well, they're obviously going to heaven. And then when murderers are caught, convicted, and die, sometimes in prison, people say they're obviously going to hell. I don't think, personally, it's as clear cut as that. The Bible talks a lot about heaven, talks a lot about hell as well. And Jesus has some very interesting things to say. There was a time when Jesus was with his friends and he was heading very swiftly towards the point where he was going to leave them, where he said time and time again that he was going to be killed and taken away. And so as they sat down together one night, again he began talking about these things, and he knew that before he spoke that their hearts were troubled and that they were all over the place. I'll read you what he said. Don't be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. You see, in my Father's house there are many rooms. If it weren't so, I wouldn't have told you. I'm going there to prepare a place for you. And you know what? If I go to prepare a place for you, I'll come back for you. And I'll take you with me. So you'll be able to be where I am. You know the way that I'm going. His friends looked around at each other, maybe not quite taking in the words that had been spoken. Then one of them, brave enough or maybe foolish enough, spoke up and said, "What are you talking about? Where are you going? How can we know the way?" Jesus looked at him and said, "I am the way, the truth and the life. And no one comes to the Father except through me." You see, Jesus was talking about his own death. But not just about his death, about what was going to happen afterwards as well. He knew that this small group of friends that had been brought together would be pretty shaken if the fact was that he wasn't there anymore. And so what he does is he gives them hope. And he tells them that there is a place that brings hope. A place that, although they're not there yet, can change the way they think about their lives right now. Jesus uses a picture language and says, "In my Father's house there is many rooms." This can be translated from the original Greek, from the word oikos, which means household, home, a place to abide, to be together. Because I think actually what Jesus was talking about was not necessarily a physical house, mansion, place, but somewhere where there's total and complete belonging. When we're accepted for who we are, not what we do, totally, completely and utterly, no matter who we are or what we do, there's something that is pretty amazing about that. Some may say it might be paradise. You see, what I believe God has in store for us with heaven goes beyond what we can ever imagine, what we can ever understand, can ever grasp. But I know through my faith and my relationship with Jesus, speaking to Him, reading about Him, trying to do what He asked me to do, there is a sense of that being accepted, of that place of belonging in my life right now. And that for me is where I find my peace. So, what's heaven like? Are you going? Do you want to go? Jesus said, "Come to me, because I am the way, the truth, and the life." There is an aspect of both sacrifice and trust in our decision if we want to be in that place of perfect acceptance. So as you think and talk, study and pray, may you find the God who longs to let you know how much He loves you. And when you do, may you be changed forever. Rest in peace.